Jesus. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome back to Blackwomenlinkkup, the #1 podcast in Ohio, where we bring the real back to Black sisterhood. Now, today's topic is going to be the breakup, but before every podcast conversation, we'd like to go into some questions for you guys to get to know us better. So I'm going to hand out these cards. The game is called We're Not Really Strangers. So everyone pick a card. Any card. And then Brees will start with your question.
Okay. What do you think my defining characteristic is?
You, darling.
Thank you.
Your defining characteristic?
I think you're a go-getter.
I think you're willing to try anything. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it.
In what aspect?
Well, you just grab the bull by the horns, like with the nail tech stuff, with the influencer stuff, with this podcast stuff, with the whole planning our itinerary. You just like very much. I'm just doing it. No questions, no judgment, just going to do it.
I agree on being a go-getter, being super organized, and definitely level-headed. You're the type of person that's like, what's the saying? Like, fall 8 times, stand up 9. Fall 9 times, stand up 10. That's Brees, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're welcome, darling.
What do you think my superpower is? So the like fake one, like flying and shooting lasers through my eyes, and then like my real superpower, like knowing how to read or whatever. Here you go. So fake one first, then the real one.
Reading people's minds, probably.
So okay, what do y'all think? My fake superpower.
I think you think sometimes when you're in like an awkward situation, you can make yourself invisible.
I was like, say
Lauren,
invisibility.
I see you.
Yeah.
Yes, Lauren, you just did that.
It's actually having an endless supply of money, not my real one.
Okay. Your real one?
Mm-hmm. Real superpower.
Making someone happy when they're down.
Aww.
Making someone laugh.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're such a joy.
I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Literally could be the maddest, the most saddest. And if I call Lauren, not mad or sad anymore.
Get y'all of me. Go ahead, go time.
Facts. It's you and Lauren. All right. What do you think our most important similarity is?
Important similarity?
Yeah. I think it's because we like to have a good time. Like, no
Okay.
matter what, we're gonna have a good time. We show up somewhere, we gonna shake the table.
Table gonna be shook.
I think we all have the ability to like read a room and a situation and know how to move from there. Whether it's podcasts, going out, like personal situations, anything.
I think we all have our own opinions, but like it works positively together, but like not over opinionated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're very strong minded, like, all right, I can make cognizant decisions and it just ends up like always working out.
And respectful with our decisions.
Yeah, it's not like
our differences too.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think like me, I'm not gonna be like, Lauren, you're just fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
no. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Mine
Did you
is
No, I mean, I feel like y'all.
it's covered.
the nail on the
Okay.
head.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
what do you admire most about me? I didn't pick this on purpose, I promise.
No, you didn't.
Admire the most.
That ass.
My butt.
That ass.
You're annoying.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's a compliment. I know I got a nice ass.
Your outgoingness. That's what I would have to say. Your outgoingness.
I would say your loyalty.
I think your ability to take something small but make it big.
I do get that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bree.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Every single time.
This was better than
Should we do
last
the
one.
whole deck next time?
No.
No?
No. Maybe on our own time, but not.
Yeah, maybe on our own time. Girls' night. You know I got the karaoke machine now, so girls' night got a little stupid.
So the topic is surrounding breakups, and we kind of had like a debriefing in the beginning, and I feel like we're all at different stages when it comes to like relationships. Like one of us is in a relationship, One of us was dating and now isn't really dating but dating at the same time. One of us is trying to like bask in our independence. So where would you say, I guess verbally for yourselves, y'all are at when it comes to like the dating world?
I'm not dating at all.
I'm not in it at all. What did I show your mama? Empty cup? Yeah. I'm inside that
Yeah.
empty cup.
That was so funny. I'm like, your analogies
It was
are just...
it was serious. It was for
You
real.
have to... Dang, we don't have empty
You got
cup
that?
around
Can you
here.
pass me that empty champagne glass? Or what do you call that? Is that champagne? That's definitely not wine. Just a
Lauren to
wine.
go above and beyond to give an analogy is hilarious.
You see how empty this cup is? That's the dating pool right now. It's a little dusty, but that's what it is. And you know, these are my options. So I'm not in it. I'm not in it or of it.
Okay, but we kind of should have talked about this more during the briefing.
Bar rack. But go ahead.
Thank you.
So both of y'all said that you're not dating right now.
Definitely.
Why are you not dating besides the whole dating pool thing?
And
like,
what do y'all
Breezy, what
count
is
as
your...
dating? Like actively or like
You're taking me out on dates.
yeah.
You initiate the date. You call me. You text me, and that's it.
I call you, I text you, we seen
You're
each other.
literally courting me.
Courtship.
So y'all haven't been on a date recently?
No.
When's the last date you've been on?
Let me go on my Rolodex real quick and see.
It's been about a month and a half.
It's been about...
That's not that long. I don't think.
Yeah, but that doesn't
personally.
mean I'm actively dating though.
When's the last time you were actively dating a person?
Oh, about a year ago. Actively date? No, over the summer.
I was like going on actual dates. Yeah, probably last summer.
Yeah, over the summer.
So you stopped dating last month, a month and a half ago. Why?
Because I know there's things that I have to work on within myself with my relationship with God. I know that sounds real cliche, but my relationship with God it's always the best when I'm hurting or going through something. So I keep on having to fall to have a relationship with him. So that's kind of like a sign to me that I just need to focus on that and that only. And if I put that first, then I can choose dating. But I feel like this right now is the first time that I've ever decided to verbally and literally not date.
My thing is the wine glass example dating pool.
I was gonna
There's
say,
nothing in
yeah.
there, so yeah, don't have anything to choose.
Okay, so you're in a relationship, but so I'm at a point where I'm focusing on what I need to focus on to better myself in all aspects of life. And at the same time, I don't want to block any of my blessings. So, but I feel like I'm at a point where I know what comes from God and what doesn't. So I'm able to like we were talking about reading the room and really knowing someone's true intentions. So that's not to say I don't really want to get into it, but that's where I am. But I asked that because, so do y'all, I guess, compare talking and dating at all?
I feel like talking is the phase before we get to dating. I gotta vet you, make sure you good enough to date, make sure you good enough I can be seen out in public with your ass. And then if like you ain't making the talking phase, I'm just have to cut you right there.
So when's the last time y'all were talking to somebody?
No, I just ended that like last week.
I would have to say like the end of the summer.
Why did you stop? Well, that specific situation.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. What you about to ask me?
To cover up these mics.
Why your last situation,
Didn't work out.
oh yeah.
It just didn't. It's just like there was too many. I feel like the person was set in their certain ways that weren't able to be changed. Like they weren't ready to change them yet. And I'm not going to keep going through something or be in a situation where it's like, I really want this to work, but you ain't ready to make that move yet. So I'm not going to force you. I ain't going to ask you. I ain't going to beg you. You're just going to do what you're going to do. And I'm not the type of person to sit around things that I don't like. So yeah. If there are enough things I don't like, I will cut it off. But I'm very, you guys might not notice about me, but I'm very like, maybe high maintenance or like difficult.
Oh, we know that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like like maybe not the easiest person to always please.
And
but,
I mean that in so much love.
yeah. So it may not be obvious, guys, but that's sometimes.
But I
We
mean,
give 'em a
what's high maintenance to someone could be just right for someone else.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's nothing to be like, and I'm not saying that you are ashamed because I know you're not. Like, you,
absolutely,
you have your standards and you set them that way, and if you don't line up, you don't agree, you can't perform up to that standard, then just move on.
What I tell you,
there's gonna be that one man that's gonna be like, tuh.
Exactly.
Oh,
what
okay.
I tell you, you be asking for. You're not asking
yeah.
for the wrong. You're not asking for too much. You asking the wrong person. That's always what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's always what it is.
Gem.
You never asking
Gem.
the wrong person. I mean,
In
just
that.
asking the wrong person.
And I think nowadays, like, people's definition of like what the essentials are of dating and being in a relationship has shifted so much. Like, the bare minimum to people nowadays is like going out their way. When like traditionally, you know, the man will always pick the woman up. The man will always hold the door for her every single time. Like, all those chivalry characteristics, we just don't. I personally do not see nowadays.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely not.
I just want to say, I may ask for a lot, but I give a lot too.
Right.
Like as soon as I see
That's
you
the
doing
key.
something, gifts, money, whatever you need, like. I'm definitely coming with that same energy. I'm not coming with, okay, just wait on me hand and foot and I ain't gonna get, definitely giving that energy back. So, want to put that out there. Yeah. Oh, she would like you to pass it.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that. I was
One thing about Bree, she gonna chief and keep.
You big, she should know. You big, she should know.
I was thinking about my last breakup. Not my last breakup, but the craziest breakup that I've ever been through. Did I ever tell y'all? You probably, know. Did I ever tell y'all, like, my crazy breakup in college?
You never tell us anything.
With Ann Taylor.
Huh?
Ann Taylor.
the end.
That breakup.
Yes, I did tell y'all. But that wasn't what happened, though. So, like,
I mean, that wasn't the breakup, but like, I'm asking Ann Taylor for that guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But what's the craziest part about it is after that, he went and had a baby with a girl named Brianna.
Oh, I knew that.
Ain't that the tea? No,
I
yeah.
didn't know he had a child.
With a girl named Brianna.
You didn't. Even I knew that. I don't know when you said that, but you told me that before.
I'm familiar with the story.
I don't know. He just poof and was going out to life, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't really ask him any
The
questions.
having the baby is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if
But that's
somebody
what
had a
he
baby
wanted.
with
Like, that's what
Another
he
little
wanted.
what? I know the little Kim. Kim. Like what? That's
Ain't
that's
no way.
crazy. No, I have been in a situation where a guy had a baby, like got a girl pregnant, and while we were on a break, and I didn't know, and I found out about it when we got back together. But at least she ain't have my name.
What makes you
Yeah,
just
no.
want to have a baby? Like, why do you just want to have this baby?
People be and I feel like it comes with like, I feel like for me it was a culture thing because I feel like in my head this person was just ready to settle down, have kids, move across the country, like start his life, start a family, have a big house. But that just wasn't for me, and I still feel like I was set up low key. But while he was trying to set me up, that's a whole different.
Wow.
I've had that experience too.
That's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was definitely trying for it.
Set you up. That's scary. That's a scary sight.
Very
Crazy.
much so. Very much so. So, crazy breakup. You didn't tell the story. What's the story?
I said the story. Didn't I say the story on the podcast before?
I think you
No.
remember
That
when we.
part.
You
No,
just
wait,
said a
I
toxic
think
situation,
so.
but you didn't say the breakup. Like what happened at the breakup.
And when you knew it was time to break up.
Wow.
When literally after the Ann Taylor situation. Did I mention the Ann Taylor situation?
You give us
Yes.
a synopsis.
Okay,
real
yeah.
quick.
So the Ann Taylor, if you watched or listened to the last podcast, I brought up a situation with my ex where he basically came to my job.
Tipsy and Toxic Part 1.
Tipsy and Toxic Part 1.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reference.
Yeah.
And he came to my job and he was like, he basically went through my laptop, saw I was talking to somebody else, saw that I was intimate with somebody else, and was like, why are you doing this? Blah, 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 like asking me a bunch of questions. I'm in the fitting room. I'm like, I'm working right now, so I can't really have this conversation. And eventually we both decided that like, that's when we both knew it was getting toxic, because for you to like come to my job and not have the maturity to like wait until I was done, whatever, and then like sit me down, have the conversation is crazy. But I just decided that like I'm not trying to deal with a man that has the audacity to come in my place of work, for one, and then two, we were both already like super unhappy in the relationship, and we tried so many times to make it work like during this one season, and it just was not working. So we just call it quits. We were still remaining like cordial, like he came to my graduation, everything like that, like we were friends. But I think after a while, when I started like talking to other people, we kind of just drifted apart. I mean, it's no bad blood now, but when I found out, like he told me, he's the one that told me that he was having a kid. Yeah.
You know, I just thought I'd let you know. You know, I had to come to you as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Situation going on.
I'm so,
you know what
but
I'm saying?
you know what's crazy? So we still had the same like mutual friends, and he thought that I had already knew, but I was like, no, like they wasn't clearly that loyal to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too. But yeah.
Interesting.
And now we're here, years later, thriving.
Definitely thriving though.
At least you knew when to leave it alone, though. At least you knew, because that could have been you.
So I think awkward breakup for me, and I'm only saying that it's awkward because of how old I was.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Oh, everything's awkward at 17. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was dating a guy that was older than me. He was like 19 or 20 or something like that. And we worked together. I highly suggest that you don't date people that you work with for a number of reasons. And if you're having trouble in paradise, like you said, like he came up to your job, I got to go to work and I have to see you and I have to be around you for X amount of hours, and you can make shit awkward when I'm trying to work, or because like I had the type of job where I had to like go to him a lot for things. So if we was having issues within our relationship, he would like bring that to work. And even at 17, I was like, that's immature of you, especially for somebody that's older than me. And why can't you separate home from work?
He was over the PA like, Camille done did all this shit to me, y'all. Come see me in the break room.
There was one time where he did something and he played like this song that we both like. Y'all know Shame by Tyrese.
Damn.
So like
he was trying to get you.
So like that was like my song for real. Like I really like that song. Tyrese, he sang the fuck out of that song.
Tyrese always sings.
And he liked the song too, but he messed up and he was playing that song like at work to try to get my attention. Yeah, he would do stuff like that. This relationship, he was very like bipolar. Very bipolar.
Like undiagnosed bipolar.
That's the undiagnosed bipolar. So when we did like finally break up, we still had to remain cordial because we did work together. But he went through these phases where like he would talk to me one day, we would be best friends. The next day he would ignore me, or another day he would try to ask for me back, and then he would ignore me again. Then we'd be friends. Like it was very weird. And I had a weak moment. We were broken up for maybe like 6 or 7 months, and you know, not doing anything with each other, blah blah. I had a weak moment and I had sex with this man. This is right before college, and he tried to trap me.
You poor thing. I'm happy you got out alive.
Yeah. Got out alive, Lord Jesus. Yes, but like that's awkward and that's weird. Yeah. Like we're not together. You know, I'm about to move on with my life and I'm about to go to school and all this stuff, and because you didn't do that. Part of me thinking,
he wanted you right there.
Ooh, I'm about to speak to myself. Because you didn't go to school, the times that you did try to go to school and you didn't finish, you want to try to block me from my blessings because you don't want me. You don't want me to move on. He literally told me to my face, like, I didn't want you to leave me. And that's crazy.
The worst is being distracted at work, like being like somewhere else mentally, like fighting with your boyfriend. At work, like while you trying to work, that is the worst thing ever. It's like your mind is just like fried. Like you can't even do anything but sit there.
And I'd be like nauseous.
You be having to sit there and be like, let me just thug this out in my mind real quick, then I'll tap back in with reality.
It's like you're nauseous, but your blood is boiling, so you hot.
You just
and your head hurts, and you're like,
you got your composure
because your supervisor talking to you about something important, and you like, I can't even understand the words that's coming out of your mouth.
Magic word. His mother was actually one of our managers. We had multiple managers at this job, and his mother was one of them. Now,
I
granted, she was
understand.
never involved when it came down to
Oh,
our
good,
stuff,
good,
and like
good,
to
good.
this day, like she still loves me. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's also very weird when I'm beefing with your son.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever had parents involved in like your relationship drama?
Yes.
Now that
No.
I have.
that is something.
Yes.
That
it
is something.
I
Or
would-
like
I
when the
would say-
family really fuck with you and you gotta break up with the family too.
I couldn't.
Now that is something too.
In this
My
current state, I couldn't
family-
imagine breaking up with my family.
My family's been involved, but my family has never been like I've never been in like crazy drama. But like so like my last relationship that I've been in that I like we broke up, whatever, my family will still talk to him. Like they'll still reach out. We're still cordial because that's just how we were like raised.
Mhm.
Like it's not like you went your way, I went my way, but we're still, you know.
I have an ex's mother that still calls me. But tell me about the mama being
My
involved.
listen, my family, well, they don't play that. If I break up with you, they break up with you too. We don't play that. That's just how we are.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't want my family to be still having communication with the person that I broke up with, especially if it ended nasty. Because for what? It's my family. You break up with me, you break up with them too. That's just how we are.
No, talk about the parent being involved in some messiness. I just asked that. Or you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. We can move on.
I feel like
That's the way I be like, but you didn't answer my question.
If she tried to dodge it, like that's fine too. We can talk about something else. Go ahead.
everything is like situational though, because I feel like at least from what you told me, like that'd be some crazy off the wall stuff. Like I would definitely, but I don't know, it's situational.
But even within like my relationship as an adult, like my first relationship as an adult, it ended badly because of my toxicity, but my parents still don't reach out to them. It's just like, it is what it is. Like I learned my lesson and I grew from that situation, but they still don't communicate with them. I mean, if you're done, you're done. And I'm glad my family's like that too. Because I wouldn't, like if I have 3 little sisters, if one of them got broken up with, I'm still not communicating with their ex. For what? There's no reason to.
Mm-hmm.
What's she doing?
It was like she was about to open it, but then realized she was about to be loud, so she waited till she finished her sentence.
But wasn't that a smart idea, Stanley? Thank you. We need him here more often to advocate for people like
So
me. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So how many times did it take for y'all? Well, if you have been in the situation, because I feel like in my past experiences, like I'm a very down to earth, like gave you so many chances, but so many times, and it took me a while to get to the point where like you do me wrong on the first, second impression, whatever, and you're cut. So how many times did it take for y'all to like, and truly, how many times did it take for y'all to say, I'm not dealing with this no more? Like, not just with one person, just in general. Because it took me years to finally get to that point of like self-awareness to say, like, this is not, like, I can't be moving like this.
You get one chance if you cool, but if I really like you, you get 2 chances. And after you fuck up after that second chance, I'm done.
Has it always been like that though?
Always. Like, very much like that. But then, like, that's how, like, my life experience has been, like, all my life, so.
I think it's been
I'm
the
not
opposite.
God. God forgives. Go ahead.
I think it's been the opposite for me. I used to be like, you get one chance and that's it. But then I was like, I need to learn how to give grace, because if I mess up, then I would want somebody to give me grace in a situation. But now I feel like I give too much grace. So I have to find the balance in between, because I was cutting people off left and right. And then I got to, I give you 1,000 chances. I got to find like the medium for it. But, like this last situation, I gave so many chances. I gave that man a year of chances. So it was just like, now I'm like, now I feel like right now, if I were to be in the position of giving someone chances, I'm giving you 2 chances and then I'm done.
I guess it's very situational because, like, some things are like, okay, for example, if you tell me if I got a flat tire and I call you and you like, I'm gonna be there in an hour and it takes you longer than that and you do that more than twice, or like it's an emergency, then I'm gonna have to cut you off. But if it's like, I'm 20 minutes behind, but like it happens every blue moon, it happens more than twice, then like that's something I can forgive and give grace on. It depends on what it is. Like, And I gauge that on how you care about me. Like, the more seriousness of the situation, if I have to give you more than 1 or 2 chances, you don't care about me. But, like, the lightweight stuff, the stuff that's, like, not that serious, I can give grace on that. But if you're there for the serious stuff, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you definitely more than 1 chance.
So what, for you, what do you think clicked mentally that you were like, now it's like done?
For my last situation? Because I was just tired of being hurt over and over and over. It's the same thing over and over and over. And I don't know, I just got fed up. I really just got fed up. I tried to do it the last time. Then he talked his way back in. And that lasted for like a month and a half. And then he talked his way back in after he was blocked on everything. Literally, he had to call me from his best friend's phone. And he talked his way back in. But I feel like right now, it's just like, now that I've looked at how long I've given him a chance, it's literally been like a year. It will be a year in February. I don't know. I was just like, yeah, it's over with. And then the fact that my family was in it too and was telling me, and then it was some of my friends telling me the same thing. It's just like, I can't be disobedient anymore. So,
Yeah. I think the family thing definitely rings true. My last relationship before this one, I had a little bit of a phase where I was depressed. I had a lot of things that was going on with like me. And some things that contributed to the depression was because of my relationship. But when my mama told me, like, you're not the same child that I sent to Kent State University.
Oh.
And this is not, I don't really think that this person is for you. And I really did try to stick through it in terms of like giving chances. Like, he wasn't a like terrible person. There was some faults on both of us, right? But when my mom told me that, I had a depressive spirit on me, I had a pastor and his wife tell me that I had that spirit on me, and I didn't really know them like that, for real. I had one of my closest friends tell me, and someone else told me something's like off about you. And all of these people that told me the same thing, I had different levels of relationship with them. But that's how I know, like, okay, if I'm hearing the same thing over and over again from different people, then maybe this is the time.
Yeah.
And I just had to, like, find the right way and the right time to get my way out. And he said that one line and punched my dashboard one good time. And I'm like, yes, sir, you gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Stuff like that really changes you. Like, the whole analogy, have y'all seen the video of, like, someone pouring into someone else so many times, and then you're, like, taken away from yourself every time you pour into somebody else? Like, that's so true.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so draining. It's so draining to give
It
people,
literally
like,
changes
multiple
It's
chances.
stages of it.
It's like night and day.
Yeah,
like,
it's
literally.
And it's crazy how you will let certain things slide for some people that you won't let slide for others. Like, you have your non-negotiables, but then you realize that your non-negotiable you're letting slide 5 times with this person.
I literally was just going through that. Like, the person, okay, so I was talking to 2 different people most recently. The person that I had history with, like, since I've known him forever, I let him slide so many times. But the minute that other person that I just met did it, I cut him off. Like, that's crazy.
I guess it depends on how much you got on the table, too.
That,
How much
like,
you've
how do you
invested.
make that decision of, like, what you let slide with one person versus the other? Is it, like, the history factor?
I honestly think I can't pinpoint it, but the only thing that I can say is the history. Like, I think it's the history. It's like, why would, like, a stranger would do that to me, or a person that really don't know me would do that to me, but why would somebody that I've known for so long and that really knows me better than the other person do that to me? So I tend to let it slide because I feel like, nah, it's just, we got too much history. Like, we were friends first, so it's just like, I just let it slide.
I would say history, how much you have invested in the situation, how much they have invested in you, what they bring to the table, what you already brought to the table, the dynamic of the relationship. It's a lot of factors that go into it, because when you show me X amount of loyalty for X amount of time and you done X amount of things for me, I'm not gonna come at you like the dude I just met last week. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how much you done poured into this to let me know how much you could take back out. So,
Do you think influence from others kind of helps that decision too? Because I've been in situations before where it's like, oh, well, this person is messing up and I know this is a non-negotiable for me, but I just like told this person that I'm dating this guy, or I was just out with him in this place and these people saw me. So it's like you let appearances, I guess, from others kind of dictate how long you put up with stuff too.
It depends on who it is. I'm not going to take no advice or no slack or no criticism for somebody who I wouldn't take advice from generally or trade places with generally. If it's my mom and she tell me something, I know she's keeping it real with me, and I would always trade places with my mom or have the things that my mom has. And I'm like, okay, well, that's the person I look up to, I admire, and she kind of like who I want to be when I grow up. So I take it from her. But just like some chick I've been friends with for like 2 days, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Go ahead, B.
I feel like, I don't know, because I used to go to my friends a lot for like relationship advice in general, with like talking stages, etc., etc. And I feel like they're not in the situation themselves, like they're not in my shoes. So I try to take as much as possible from them, because you can see like my actions, my patterns, like y'all know me. If I change mentally, like you were saying, how like your pastor, everyone saw how you were changing in that situation, it's like, yes. But if it's a situation where, because like everyone messes up, like at the end of the day, like we both play a part in what goes wrong, and you may not always tell your friend the full story. So I try not to like take back and like at that nigga, blah blah blah, because everyone plays a part. And I just learned this recently. Like I was in a situation where me and this person stopped talking because of something that they did that was detrimental, but at the same time I had to take time to like reflect and ask, like, what did I do in this situation to put me in this situation right now to begin with? And that kind of gave me like, I don't know, a different perspective, like thinking of it in their shoes. So I try not to let my friends' opinions get past too much of like what is really like true. But at the same time, like you said, if it is something that's like, okay, well, you're changing, like, bitch, you gotta leave, you gotta go. If it's something like that, then yes, 100%. And again, like you were saying, if it's someone I met 2 days ago, then hell no. Like, who are you? You don't know me like that. But if it's someone that like I trust with my whole life, like, of course, if you come to me and you're like, this person really is not for you, then who am I to say, hell no?
I also believe in not giving your opinion unless you ask for it. Like, if my friends, any of y'all, whatever, tell me about a situation, if you don't ask, Lauren, what do you think about this? I will 99.9% of the time not say shit. I just listen. So I also believe in not just like saying whatever I think about a situation either, unless it is like explicitly
Like
asked or clear, like, Lauren, I really want your feedback. Because some people are not looking for feedback. They're looking for somebody to just like sit there and then just listen and be like, girl, you gonna make it through.
And
like, you be that person.
And it's people that's waiting for you to be in like a
vulnerable
situation anyway. Misery loves company. Like, they're waiting for that.
We need to take a shot. You love damn company. Come on. We need to take.
I'm just speaking in tongues.
Girl.
Sorry
to that.
Oh my gosh. Man, I was waiting on you to tell me because
people be waiting.
We should just be miserable together.
And it's funny how like when you tell friends about the ups and downs of a relationship, and they're more rah-rah on this person did this bad, but when I tell you something good that happened, I'm so happy for you, girl. Wow, that's
not
great.
that sincere.
You can just tell by the look.
Like, where's the energy?
Where's the
I
energy?
know it's you. You showed it to me before.
Are you really happy for me?
Are you really
Tell
happy?
me, are you happy for me? Kendrick, what? Are you happy for me?
I've never really experienced that, though.
Like a friend not really being happy for you?
No.
You got some good friends.
You have some good friends. You've been blessed.
As an adult.
You've been
I've got some
blessed.
friends.
As an
You've been
adult.
blessed.
Look, try to creep on the low.
Yeah, I would say as an adult. In high school, yes, but I've never really experienced that as an adult. I don't think.
Mm.
And if I did, they're wrong.
Perfect.
Exactly. So speaking of, I mean, we kind of touched on like romantic relationships. What about like friend breakups? Because there's different types of breakups, and I
Yeah.
feel like I've been through a couple friend breakups in my life, and I just thank God for y'all where I'm at today and the grace that given myself and the experiences, because child, I used to be one vulnerable son of a, and I feel like it's because I grew up an only child, so I used to let people like run me dry, like friends run me dry, like take, like pour into, and got nothing back. It ended up being shitted on, being like a whole slap in the face.
I think friend breakups hurt me more than romantic breakups. And I think that because I hold my friends to a very high standard. I think I mentioned this before. Like, I look at my friends as family. Like, certain friends. I look at them as family. So if you do something to kind of like break that bond, now I feel like I gotta go to a funeral for a family member.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me. Like romantic relationship is like, okay, I can get over this person. I could find somebody new. I could find somebody else to love me in a way that, I want to be loved romantically, blah, blah, blah. But friendships, like, I think you give people more of you, like, knowing more about you, and you really let your guard down with your friends more than romantic relationships, I think. Sometimes. That might not be quicker. And that might not be for everybody, but because it depends on the strength of your romantic relationship, how much you let that person in. But a friend, they see you through good, bad, ugly. Got my bonnet on, it's cocked to the side, the eyelash hanging down. You know what I'm saying? Like, friendship breakups for me hurt me more.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the friendship. It depends. Like, if it was somebody that was close to me and I hung out with them all the time, they knew everything about me, then yeah, sure. But if it's like a friend that I only hung out with just to go out, it's just like, it is what it is. Don't really care.
And I'm not talking about friends, because sometimes you outgrow spaces. And, you got friends that move on to different cities. They start, doing something with the career, and their career takes over them. So that's not what I consider a friendship breakup, because, like, you moved on. But if you need something, you know that you can hit 614-625 blank, 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 blank.
I was
This
is on the video.
But I'm saying, like, a real, true friendship.
Yeah.
That type of breakup.
I mean, I only really consider breaking up with a friend to be a situation where, like, you was my ride or die for real, and now it feels like a legit breakup. Like, I've had moments of, like, drifting away from people because of X, Y, and Z, but, like, a real, true friend like that, I agree. That definitely does hurt. And, like, the reasoning behind it, too. Like, if it's something that's, like, dang, like, you're really showing your ass and this was you the whole time, I feel like that is probably the worst part. Because, like, this whole time I'm thinking you're X, Y, and Z, and you're really, like, sent from the devil himself.
Not sent from
Like,
real facts.
It ain't nothing worse than being on, like, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and you see, like, a video or a post, and it's like, dang, I wish I could send this to Susie. But Susie,
Not to.
but Susie tripping, and I can't even do it.
Have y'all ever been in a situation where you were friends with two girls that didn't like each other, but they stopped being friends with you, and now they're besties?
Oh,
I've been through that.
Oh, for sure.
Girl, you used to talk shit about each other, now y'all keep hearing
Yes.
stuff.
there was a girl. It was almost like a Destiny's Child situation in high school, and I feel like this Michelle in the group was just really jealous of the Beyonce, and she would do stuff to like turn Kelly against Beyonce. And then they just move on to become friends, and then I go solo.
Yeah.
and have one of the biggest careers in the no, playing. But hey, yeah, that's delusional.
Yeah.
That's so delusional.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are
crazy.
friends because y'all both hate me. Y'all have fun with that. Cause that is
Misery
something
loves
else.
company.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
It
been
does
through that.
company.
And then they stopped being friends. One of them came back to me talking about, you were a great friend. Yeah.
I'll be kikiing.
Done.
A whole kiki.
Yeah.
Because
I was done by then. And we all grew up together. And then most recently, she reached out to me like last year. And I was like, but the Christian woman that I am, I was just like, you know what? It's okay. I forgive you. But we're not friends.
yeah.
We definitely not cool.
You blew that years ago.
How do you know when somebody is your friend? Y'all been hanging out, y'all been getting to know each other, and you're like, you know what? This is really my nigga. And you was about to say,
I was
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so me and Lauren started out as being like, we connected through going out, basically. Like, one of our mutual friends brought her out, came to my house, pregame, went out, and that's how it started. And then I think I had asked, I don't even remember how I got your information, but it was another event that happened, and I was like, she's like a party, blah, 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 good vibes, and came back again. So we was just at a time, and I feel like especially like early summer, because we met in March, which I didn't realize, but it was definitely the dynamic of like going out friends, and it's the difference between going out friends and being like true friends. But I feel like Lauren and I have connected on like a deeper level, and like we've had conversations. Like, I know a little bit of her upbringing, who she is as a woman, she knows who I am as a woman, and we just kind of
Connected and
have been ever since. And she get on my damn nerves, but it's all love. Like, we're like,
that's crazy. I don't get on none of y'all nerves, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Wow!
You see how they was quiet?
it's not a
really
glare.
get on my nerves, because I be saying that when you make me laugh, I be like, bro, you get on my nerves.
No, yeah.
But
It's not like a
It's
bad.
not
a bad get on my
get on
nerves.
my nerves. Because it be you
Y'all know
like,
she's sensitive. Don't say that.
breaking news, I get on their
I
nerves.
take it back. I take it back.
It's a good you get on my nerves. No, for me, you'll know when I don't like you.
no, yeah,
For sure. You really gonna know when I ain't your damn friend.
Okay.
Okay. I love you.
I love you guys too. I love you too, Lil Kim.
yeah, I think
energy's a big thing.
Energy.
it's definitely the energy.
I think it's intent too.
Yes.
It's very much intent.
No, wait, I'm asking y'all, what do you know, like, somebody you've been seeing and you're like, you know what, this is my friend. Like, that's off their energy, or like...
That's what I was saying. So it's a lot of things that, like, from advice, conversations, like I was talking about before. And I remember we was at happy hour at Cheesecake Factory.
Bro, they got a good happy hour.
We was at Cheesecake
4
Factory.
through 7.
And, you know, Lauren will always be the one to be like, happy hour, let's go out to eat, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember having a conversation, and something like clicked, like her energy was like, damn, like, I really fuck with her for real. And I literally told her, I said, I'm glad that, what did I say? I'm glad that I feel safe with like having a natural conversation with you. Like, I don't have to feel guarded when I'm talking about anything, because I can ramble for days and like something may slip out, but I don't feel like I need to watch what I say or like what I do around any of y'all, really. But that's the moment that it like clicked for me, that I was like,
Oh no,
you my dog for real. Yeah, it's definitely about intent though, because like we mentioned this the other, I don't, it might have been Tipsy and Toxic part 1 or the one before that. Like, it's a blessing having all of us in someone's life. And I think when, you know, you like pour into somebody, and not to say that it's like a tit for tat, but it just comes naturally. Like, you pour into me, I pour into you, and we're stronger together. I feel like just that mentality is when you know, like, okay, like, that's my dog, that's my friend, that's someone I could trust. Like, these are the only 3 people that I could really be like, 2 a.m., I have a flat tire, can you come help me? And it's like, yep, like, we have each other's location. When someone goes to the bathroom, you need me to come with you? No, you good? Cool. It's like those little things that people like take for granted for real.
Yeah. For me, I had a lot of male friends in my life. Didn't really have a lot of female friends unless we went to church or school together. And even school was kind of iffy because, school.
School.
High school's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. But I think right now as an adult, me finding more female friends, I've been a lot more intentional about that really since the beginning of 2022. So like Breezy, for you, like you're a very introverted person, like and everything, but I also felt safe with you being like in our space and everything like that. I don't know, it's just something about when you can meet somebody and you start telling your whole life story, like y'all been friends forever, and y'all can laugh together, y'all can cry together and stuff like that. Like that, I don't know if it was the liquor or, but I'm saying like I really did feel that, and it's very rare. So I notice things like that, and I take all that into account. So when I see something in you that's like really like a light and it's really a gem, and it's authentic, it's real, you don't have to force anything, that's how I can really tell like, okay, you're really my friend, because none of this happened by me going out of my way to be like, hey, will you please be my friend?
Right.
No. It never had to be that.
When y'all call Bristiana introverted, it's not giving. It never gave introverted for me.
I think you would have had to met her at a different time.
It never gave introverted. It gave, I just want to rock.
But
Yeah.
I feel like when y'all met, and I don't remember the exact situation, but you can pull that out of people too.
Yeah.
So like you pulled that out of her, but like I don't remember when we met. Or,
I don't know.
Well, when
we
I
met
walked
in
in
class.
Oh.
In FYE, remember?
No.
Yes, we did. Through Alexa.
No, can't think about it.
Through
Yeah,
Alexa.
but I can't pinpoint the exact like conversation time. Like I can't remember.
It wasn't. Didn't you have FYE?
I did.
It was in that class.
I think I blocked that whole.
Oh, Eric, out of your mind.
That was not. It was a fun time, but it was not a good. That was the first time I feel like I was ever like I knew what depression felt like. So That's why I probably blocked it out. So I really don't remember.
It'd be
Well, yeah,
memory
that's how we met.
sometimes.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
Yeah, I know
Nice to meet you. But that, no, but yeah, like and I've seen that with like different. You're probably one of the only people that's like had that experience, but she's very like what's the word? Reciprocates energy. So like if you're chilling, whatever, she gonna be chill. If you like rah rah whatever, she gonna be rah rah and that's gonna be a kiki.
It never gave introverted. That's all I'm saying.
Her foot has been on me this whole time.
You want this song?
Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to think and pinpoint when I really felt like y'all were my friend. With you,
Or just in general.
In general, yeah.
general.
yeah,
You
but
talk
I'm
about the
gonna
people
tell y'all.
here.
I'm
Okay.
gonna tell y'all each individual.
She about to read us.
You
in socks.
was when we had that little our break, our little break, and we had our conversation, and you were able to receive what I had to say, and vice versa, and we actually had like an adult conversation. Besides my best friend, I've never had that experience with a female within a female friendship. Usually people get defensive if I express that they hurt my feelings or if it was a situation, whatever it is. So that's when I knew. With you, it was recently actually. I mean, I always knew, but like I was like, oh yeah, that's really my friend. When I was going through something, and I texted y'all all, and you were the first one, and you was like, what's wrong? Like what's going on? And then it was when I recently called you too, and I was crying. I hate crying in front of people. I hate it, but I was
Same, girl.
crying on the
Same.
phone with her. So yeah. That would be
I'm the type of person I'll be like, I can start crying if you want me to. We can do this together. We can hold each other and cry. I'll cry on cue. We can do this.
yeah. So
I just think, I'm a true, like, walking testimony that everything literally happens for a reason. Like, us being right here, right now is for a reason. Stanley being behind the camera, Focus Imagination on Instagram, tag here. It's here for a reason. And I just thank God that, like, I learned from all my past experiences because I cannot imagine being in the same place mentally that I was in 2019. I'm going to just leave that there.
I think all that stuff that I went through with past friends, exes, and everything prepared me for the beautiful friendships that I have now, that I've longed for, that I've always wanted. And it really built me up to like be a good friend and also like know how to receive good friendships and maintain balanced relationships when it comes to friendships, non-platonic romantic relationships, all that.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Which camera? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in. My name,
5, 6, 7, 8 points.
my name is Brianna.
I'm Camille.
I'm Lobans.
I'm Breezy.
And this is Black Women Link
Link
Up. Her.